Now, in this section, I'm going to talk about the field things. So field means we have this volume axis. In this case, I'm going to talk about only the volume axis because of all the time everything is not needed. So how the volume axis works? The first thing, select the fluid. So first thing I'm going to get display because of otherwise you cannot understand the purple color thing. Why purple? I'm talking about that. Suppose select it and go for this volume axis field and edit and reset the settings and create. Right? You can see the purple kind of thing. So do we have the connection? That is why this is looking purple, right? So purple or magenta, whatever you can say. So we can see we have a box kind of thing, but we need to have, so first we have this volume control attribute. So make a copy of these things. Now you can see we have this volume control, so I can make it something like this. So volume control attribute. And here we have volume shape, so it's going to be torus. Now torus means is what and why I need torus, and I make it big a little bit and something like this, but it is looking very scary, right? So first thing, this thing is coming from the speed attribute away from axis. I don't need this thing, so if I make it 0, it will go away, right? So I don't need any kind of thing. So you can make it off. Otherwise, if it is on, then you can make display speed off. So this kind of logo kind of thing, or maybe a graphical representation is going to be off in order to make it normal, or because of really this is looking really scary kind of thing. So now we have a section. This is section radius. Radius means like you can see the radius. This is the radius, means the gap of it. So make it 0.3, and you can see this is cool. And make it bigger, little bit of bigger like so, and make it something like this. Why? This one should not interact with this one, so it should not be like looking like this. So otherwise the fluid will come, or maybe the smoke will come and penetrate with this geometry, which is not intended at all, right? So this is the thing. We need to have something like this. Now save it. And what else we need to have? That this like away from axis, that means this one I don't need, make it 0. And what else we need to have? We need this is a long axis. A long axis means is what? That a long axis like a vortex kind of thing, like a rotation kind of thing. So make it -5. So this is I can see, you can see this one. It's a rotation kind of thing. This is also a representation of graphical representation. And we can see we have this directional speed. So I need to have some speed. Here we have 10. So whenever we have 10, we have put 10 in here. You can see we have an arrow kind of thing here. And now the direction is going to be -1 in this y-axis. You can see -1, right? So this is the downward speed we have here. So the speed is 10 -1 -5. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is this: when the fluid is coming and going outside, you can see we have negative speed. You can see negative speed, directional speed. so it will go downward. The fluid sucked into it and go downward, right? So of course the particles is also going downward, but you will be having a nice motion if you are using this. All right. So now you got the idea that why we need to use it for like a suction kind of thing. And why I have used torus, because of torus has a hole inside. So if I'm using cylinder, the penetration problem will occur. But here we don't have any penetration problem because of it is not touching the thing. We are having a void thing in here. It is not touching the geometry, right? So whenever it is coming out, and that only the outside smoke is going to be sucked up, not the inside smoke. So this is a very clever kind of way of using this axis, right? So this is the first axis we have, and we have to have lots more. Now select whenever you are using this one, keep in mind you have to select fluid and then go for this one. Now again we need to have this cylinder. So where is the cylinder? Sorry for that, torus. And here we need to have 1.5, 1.3. There is like you can, and you have to use this one 0. And turbulence, in this case I'm going to use turbulence, this is 1. And we need to take a look of this geometry and make it something like this. So don't put it here and don't put it here. So it is in like here is cool. Why this is important, that when this is coming and here in this field we have turbulence, and what happens, this is the geometry, right? And geometry has no proper ending, means there is no feather kind of ending, right? You can have that thing with this texture, but like in the texture there is no texture kind of thing. This is not a physical thing, right? So that means is what, there is no the hard edge you're going to get for the smoke, and the smoke shouldn't have any kind of hard edges. So that is why when it is going to reach the end, beforehand I am turbulating that thing. So that means is what, when it is going to reach this edge, turbulence is going to be there. So then only you will be not having any kind of edge issue inside this smoke, because smoke has no edge, right? But this geometry has, right? So this is extremely important thing. Hope you have understood that what I am talking about, that only we have to use this 0 and this is turbulence is 1, that's all. Another one we have to use, that is for initial burst, that if you see the real life smoke or any kind of thing, first it bursts and then it is giving you that fantastic look of the motion and everything, right? The first of all initial burst has to be there. So this is what we need to have by using this one. But in this case, I'm not going to use torus. I'm going to use this one, sphere, and go here, press R key, make it bigger, and make it smaller, and something like this. Now, we don't have any kind of section kind of thing in here, and this is like a choice kind of thing. You can have it, that's cool. And because of I don't need to have that thing, otherwise there is no harm of having that. And Now go for this turbulence, and turbulence is extremely important in this thing rather than this, right? So why turbulence is important? And turbulence is going to give you the initial push. So here, go to this first frame and make it 50. And for initial speed, we need to have some 15 frame, at least 15 frame we need to have. So now you can see we have one frame, we have 50 value, 15 frame have 0 value. So that means this is the only work of this thing, that initial burst, and that's all. So let me make a test, but when we're going to test it out, first thing you should have remembered that we need to have some collision in it. Collision is extremely important aspect. So in the next video, I'm going to show you that how we're going to collide that fluid with that geometry.